Sino ang makaka-avail ng travel tax exemption upon departure from the Philippines? Alamin po natin yan mula sa videong ito. Hi travelers! Welcome back to another episode of Jamie Iris Talk TV, kung saan dadalhan ko po kayo ng mga travel updates, videos about lifestyle, career, business at buhay OFW. So what are you waiting for? Click nyo na po yung subscribe button at notification bell so that you'll get updated every time may bago tayong mga video I simply prepare for you. Para po sa ating episode na ito. Ano po ba ang travel tax exemption? But before we discuss that, let us also talk about what is travel tax. So the travel tax is a levy imposed by the Philippine government on individuals who are leaving the country, irrespective of the place where the ticket or the air ticket is issued and the form of place of payment as provided by the Presidential Decree 1183 as amended. So ang travel tax po ay para lamang sa mga lilipad mula sa Pilipinas papunta sa ibang bansa through air travel. So ang travel tax po ay para sa mga departing passenger from the Philippines. Pero ang tanong, sino sa mga departing passenger from the Philippines ang kinakailangan magbayad ng travel tax? At sa videong ito, ang focus po natin, sino ba ang mga exempted when it comes to travel tax. Sabi po sa Section 73 ng Republic Act No. 9593, 50% po ng proceeds ng mga travel tax collection from travel tax ay mag-accrue to the TIEZA. 40% po nito shall accrue to the Commission on Higher Education for Tourism-related educational program and courses at 10% naman po shall accrue to the National Commission for Culture and Arts or NCCA. Usually po ang travel tax kung kayo po ay lilipad papunta po sa ibang bansa, ang full travel tax po ay nasa 2,700 pesos kung first class passage at kung standard reduced travel tax 1,350 for first class passage at 400 pesos naman po for privilege reduced travel tax for dependent of an overseas Filipino worker or OFW. For the economy class, for the full travel tax, it will be 1,620, while the standard reduced travel tax is 810, at para sa mga dependent ng OFW, ito naman po ay nasa 300 pesos. So, ito po yung mga travel tax rates. Once you apply po online, so we will be discussing that in another video. Pakita ko lang po sa inyo, this is actually how the full travel tax payment looks like. Pero syempre, sa travel tax, meron din pong mga exempted. At yan po ang ating tatalakayin sa araw na ito. So, sino-sino ba ang exempted sa travel tax? Kasama ka kaya doon? Atin pong alamin. Ang TIEZA po, this is the Tourism Infrastructure and Enterprise Zone Authority at sila po ang siyang namamahala ng travel tax natin. Para sa travel tax exemption, sino po ba yung makaka-avail nito upon departure sa Pilipinas? Ito po ang mga sumusunod. Sinasabi po nila ang mga sumusunod na Filipino citizens are exempted from the payment of travel tax pursuant to Section 2 of PD 1183 as amended. Number 1, lahat ng mga OFWs, whether you are land-based or sea-based. Number 2, mga Filipino permanent residents abroad whose stay in the Philippines is less than 1 year. At pangatlo, lahat po ng mga Filipino infants 2 years and below. Now, aside from this, meron pa po tayong ilan pang mga individuals qualified to avail of the exemption. So please see or let me share to you the complete list below. And in all cases, please travelers, you will be required to bring your original passport, so make sure na dala po ninyo ito. Sino po ba mga exempted sa travel tax upon departing from the Philippines? Alamin din po natin ang hahanapin na documentary requirements para ma-avail mo ang travel tax exemption if you are part of this list. Section 1. So, mga non-immigrant aliens who stay in the Philippines is less than 1 year. So, mga foreign nationals po ito. So, kailangan ng copy of the page ng pasaporte containing the stamp of last arrival in the Philippines. And then, pangalawa, mga foreign diplomatic and consular officials and members of their staff, including the immediate members of their families, ang mga household domestics, with authorization from the Philippine government. Ano po ba yung kinakailangan na dokumento? So, kailangan po nila mag-provide ng certification from the Office of Protocol ng DFA or their respective embassy or consulate. Pangatlo, 2B1. Ang mga opisyal, consultants, expert at empleyado ng UN, organization and its agency katulad ng WHO, World Bank, FAO, ILO, UNICEF at UNIFA. So, kinakailangan lamang po nila mag-present ng certification mula sa UN or its organization. Please take note, ang mga dependent po are also exempted if the fare is paid for and certified by the United Nations. For dependents of employees or other UN agencies, a certification and proof from the organization or agency is required. Pang-apat naman po ang 2B2, mga opisyal, consultants, experts at mga empleyado exempted under existing laws, treaties, and international agreements. So, ang kinakailangan pong document requirements, mga certification from the agency or organization concerned that the passenger belongs to one of the categories. At please take note, ang mga dependents are also exempted if ang pamasahe ay binayaran at certified. For dependents of employees of other agencies, a certification and proof from the organization or agency is required. Panglima, 2B, 2A, ang mga Philippine Sports Commission and its delegation or mga representative po nito to any international sports convention, conference, meeting, ang mga athletes, coaches, at officials to any international competition. So, ang kailangan lamang dito ay documents such as endorsement from the Philippine Sports Commission, travel authority issued by the Philippine Sports Commission, at invitation from the host country. Pang-anim, 2B, 2B section. Balik Scientist Awardees in accordance with Republic Act 11035, including the spouse and dependents of a balik scientist under long-term agreement. So, kasama po sa documentary requirements, kailangan yung endorsement from DOST specifying that yung balik scientist awardee is exempted from travel tax. For the spouse or dependent ng balik scientist under long-term engagement, kinakailangan po ng proof of relationship to the balik scientist like marriage certificate or birth certificate naman po. Pang-pito, mga United States military personnel including dependents nila at US nationals na ang kanilang pamasahe ay binayaran ng US government or on US government-owned or chartered transport or on U.S. government-owned or chartered transport facilities. Document required sa kanila ay mga Government Transport Request or GTR for a plane ticket or certification for the U.S. Embassy that the fare is paid from the U.S. government funds. Number 8, Section 2D, lahat ng OFW directly hired abroad going to their job site, including but not limited to number 1, mga officers and employees of multinational or foreign corporation abroad. Letter B, mga missionaries. Letter C, officers and employees of a branch or subsidiary of a Philippine corporation located abroad. Letter D, mga empleyado of the Philippine embassies abroad who were hired on site. Letter E, mga household staff of members of the Philippine Foreign Service officially assigned abroad. So mga OFW, directly hired abroad, going to your job site. If you are hired through POEA, the OEC serves as the travel tax exemption certificate, and there is no need to apply for a TEC. Now, if directly hired abroad, please upload your certificate of employment issued by the Philippine Embassy or consulate in place of work, or the employment contract authenticated by the Philippine Embassy or consulate. So, mga OFWs, please also stand by for any update, lalo na magkakaroon na po ng OFW Pass in the coming month po. So please take note just in case of any changes. Mula naman sa travel tax exemption natin sa Section 2E, so lahat ng mga crew members of airplanes flying international routes. So requirements, certification from the Civil Aeronautics Board that the crew member is joining the aircraft, at ini-indicate dapat dito yung crew member's name, possession, and location of the aircraft. Mula naman sa Section 2F, lahat po ng mga Filipino citizen who is permanent resident of another country and whose stay in the Philippines is less than 1 year and is going back to their country of permanent residence. Marami po sa inyo mga kabayan ang nag-iwan ng katanungan sa aking comment box about this. So if you are a Philippine passport holder pero nag-grant ka na ng permanent residency doon sa ibang bansa, then you can avail of the travel tax exemption. Ang document requirements mo lang, number 1, copy of the page of your passport containing the stamp of your last arrival in the Philippines. Letter A, kailangan mo rin ng proof of permanent residence in that foreign country. Example, kung sa US, green card. Kung sa Canada, Canadian Form 1000. Then, kailangan mo ng kopya yung front and back. Letter B, kinakailangan ng valid certification from the Philippine Consulate and Embassy indicating that the Filipino or you had resided uninterruptedly for a period of 5 years in a foreign country without having been absent therefrom for more than 6 months in every 1 year, or appropriate stamps in the passport to prove your length of stay. Mula naman sa Section 2G, lahat ng mga miyembro ng Philippine Foreign Service officially assigned abroad who are leaving the country to assume their posts, including their dependents. Kailangan lamang na documents ay certification from DFA. At mula naman sa Section 2H, lahat ng mga opisyal at empleyado ng Philippine government traveling on an official business, excluding po ang mga government-owned and controlled corporations. Ang kailangan mong document requirement ay clear copy ng iyong travel authority or travel order from the department secretary concerned to effect that such official or employees are traveling on official business. Sino pa ang mga exempted sa travel tax? Mula sa Section 2B3, lahat ng mga balikbayan who is a Filipino citizen who have been continuously out of the Philippines for a period of at least 1 year and whose stay in the Philippines is less than 1 year. So yan po mga kabayan, ang kailangan nyo lang na document requirements ay all pages ng iyong current passport, paki-combine po yung all scanned pages of the passport in a PDF file, and then kailangan mo rin ng visa or residence card issued by that country that you are a resident now, and then airline ticket used in traveling to the Philippines. Please note, kabayan, in case your last arrival in the Philippines is stamped in an old passport, then you will need to scan this page from your old passport and include it in the PDF file. Provided po kayo ay mag-a-apply online for the travel tax exemption. Mula naman sa 2B4, ang mga Filipino spouse or child of a former Filipino citizen. Ito yung mga balikbayan po na ngayon ay meron ng foreign passport. So, who traveled with the latter? So, nag-travel po ang kumbaga ang asawa or anak with the Filipino na former Filipino whose stay in the Philippines is less than 1 year, please provide a copy of the foreign passport of the former Filipino or other evidence of former Filipino citizenship. So kasama na po dyan yung birth certificate, andyan po yung ating mga Philippine passport, and then kailangan po yung latest arrival stamp in the Philippines, then copy ng marriage contract or accompanying spouse, or birth certificate or adoption papers kung ito po ay ang anak. Now, Section 2MX, exporters joining international trade, fairs, exhibition, and selling missions endorsed by the Export Development Council. So, ang kailangan lamang pong document ay endorsement from the Export Development Council or EDC. And mula naman sa Section 2I, lahat po ng mga grantees of foreign government-funded trips with which the Philippine government maintains diplomatic relations. Kailangan po ng proof that the travel is funded or provided by a foreign government. And from Section 2J, mga bona fide student po with a foreign scholarship approved by an appropriate Philippine government agencies, UN Development, ayan po yung program or UNDP, and then yung certification to this effect from concerned Philippine government agency. So ang estudyante po is defined as a person attending formal classes in a foreign educational institution for the purpose of taking up a course leading to a diploma, the duration of which is not less than 1 year. For UNDP fellow, certification from UNDP specifying that the fellow is exempted from travel tax. At mula naman po sa 2L. Sa Section 2L, sabi po lahat ng mga personnel at dependents nila of a multinational companies with regional headquarters but not engaged in business in the Philippines. So yung certification to this effect po from the Board of Investment. Mula naman sa Section 2M, those authorized by the President of the Republic of the Philippines for the reason of national interest. So written authorization from the Office of the President expressly entitling the passenger to travel tax exemption. So, paano po ninyo ito? So, sa lahat po na nabanggit natin, kasama na po kayo dyan mga OFWs, mga balikbayan, mga Philippine passport holders na kumbaga, meron po kayong permanent residency sa abroad at para po sa inyong mga anak na foreign passport holders. So, kung mag-a-apply po kayo ng travel tax exemption, so please take note of what I have shared earlier at pupunta lamang po kayo sa https://tieza.gov.ph/travel tax services. And once you actually proceed to this page, you will be prompted to travel tax services. So makikita mo kung ano yung mga travel tax services na ina-avail or pwedeng kumbaga po i-avail. At maari rin naman po kayong magpunta doon sa mismong travel tax exemption page. Now, once you go to either of the page, sa travel tax services or dun sa travel tax exemption, makikita niyo po kung saan yung red arrow. To proceed with filing your TEC online, please click this link. So yung TEC po is travel. Kung kayo po ay a-apply ng TEC o ang TEC po ibig sabihin nito Travel Exemption Certificate, click nyo lang po yung link at the bottom of the page. At once you click it, this Google form will be prompted on the screen or displayed on the screen. So makikita nyo po may heading ng TIEZA, Tourism Infrastructure and Enterprise Zone Authority, at ang TEC ay Travel Tax Exemption Certificate. So this will be the online application. Again, only those, sinasabi dito, yung date dapat ng flight ninyo if you will be applying online must be at least 3 days after the date of your online TEC application. So, ibig sabihin po nito, dapat mahigit po 3 days above, maari na po kayo mag-apply para sa Travel Tax Exemption Certificate. Anything lower po, kailangan nyo na mag-apply at mag-proceed na po kayo sa on-site TIEZA counters so that at least you could pay doon po sa mismong airport. Yun po yung mga travel tax offices or airport counters. So, simple lang naman po, if you will apply online, follow those rule when it comes to kailan ba or when do you need to apply the travel tax online. And then they will just simply ask you for your email address, yung last name mo, first name, middle name, mobile number, at kung mag-upload po ng 2 by 2 photo of yourself, note hindi po acceptable ang selfies. Hindi, wag po kayo mag-a-upload ng any uploaded cropped photo of your passport, picture, or any other photo with visible markings such as security holograms and the like, which distorts your image. So, talagang gusto po nila malinaw na letrato po ninyo na 2 by 2 ang size. Tatanungin din po kayo sa form, have you been issued a travel tax exemption certificate before? If yes, yes. If no, please click no. And if yes, you have been previously issued, please state the date when your last TEC was issued. Pagkatapos nito, pasaporte, ang inyong numero. And then please upload scanned passport identification page. Once you're done with this, pakibigay naman ang ticket number or booking reference number mo. So yung tinatawag natin na ticket number, medyo mahaba ito, alphanumeric. Yung booking reference, usually 6 lang yan to 5, depends dun sa airlines kung gaano kahaba. And then date, kailan mo ba binili or in-issue sa'yo yung ticket? And then yung hulong-huli sa page na to, please upload scanned page showing your ticket or booking reference number and date of issue. And then, you will also be asked saan ka ba pupuntang country. So, if it's the Philippines, please type the Philippines. And again, date of the flight. Know that the date of your flight must be at least 3 days after the date of your online TEC application. Otherwise, your application must be processed on-site through any of the TSS travel tax offices or airport counters. Pagkatapos nun, bigyan po natin ng date kung kailan ito. And lastly, mga kabayan, makikita ninyo yung type of applicant. Napakadami po ng content, pero huwag kayong mag-alala. Lahat ng ito ay kung ano yung diniscuss ko kanina, sino ba yung mga eligible applicants for exemption. At pipiliin nyo lang po dito kung saan category kayo naka-belong. For example, Filipino citizen who is a permanent resident of another country, check nyo yung una. Kung hindi naman, hanapin nyo po which one will be best for you. Since you already have the, you already have the, and once you already had chosen kung ano yung type ng applicant ka, pwedeng Filipino citizen. So yan. And then you simply have to click next. So only those authorized by the President of the Republic of the Philippines, kung isa ang description mo dyan, please just click yes. Ayan. And once you're done with this, you're ready na. Kumbaga, na-prepare mo na naman ang isang requirement for your travel. Ngayon, may reminder sila. Sabi po nila kung sakaling mag-a-apply po kayo online, kinakailangan na magsasubmit po kayo ng online application ninyo at ang processing po nito ay within 3 working days. So, any application less than 2 days, ibig sabihin po, hindi na po ito mapaproseso online kung hindi kailangan na kayo pumila sa airport para makakuha ng at makapagbayad ng travel tax. Ayan po. So, ito po yung with Republic Act 11032 para po sa Ease of Doing Business and Efficient Government Service Delivery Act. Ating reminder, so the date of your flight must be at least 3 days after the date of your online TEC application. Otherwise, your application must be processed on-site through any of the TSS travel tax offices or airport counters. Lahat po ng TEC application are processed and evaluated from Monday to Friday, and all online TEC applications submitted beyond 5 p.m. ng weekdays or on Saturdays and Sundays will be considered as submitted on the next working day, which will be Monday. So once again everyone, yan po ang mga taong exempted sa travel tax from TIEZA, so that at least you also as a traveler will have peace of mind na you can apply in advance for this travel tax exemption online. So what are you waiting for? Click that subscribe button at notification bell so that you'll get updated every time may bago tayong video. Muli, ako si Jamie Iris ang nagsasabi, stay safe, stay healthy, and may God bless you all.